Okay, people are thinking there is a buzzword regarding the AI. So people are mostly concealed with the LLMs. Whether LLMs are end of AI, how we need to go think about the LLMs.
In fact, we run a risk with that because LLMs perhaps are the start point of what we think AI is. The marketing around ChatGPT and AI has become the famous section of AI. It's very fashionable. So most people tend to believe LLMs are the only way to construct anything called machine learning and AI. In fact, the boundary just begins there. The lesser we think of AI in terms of LLMs, the better off we'll be in leveraging the beauty and the value of ML and AI.
So how we can leverage, we can supersede or think beyond the LLM. So what are the basic qualities we need to have?
You go back to core probability theory, right? I mean, that's where statistics, probability theory is where all ML is. Even LLMs are based on the same concept. But if you were to use the power of leveraging fundamentals, you'll start building models that are far more efficient. For that matter, if you really have a use case that can't use an LLM, it's not language oriented, it's not about knowledge, it's about actually doing something with quantifiable data points, you can't use an LLM only there. So you'll be forced to use other things. We're resorting back to programmatic approaches, writing code, allowing data sets to be manipulated, using code to code distill patterns, supervised learning, unsupervised learning. These are the points at which true ML and AI actually begin to happen.
So you are from the aviation industry. How you see these kind of computational models maybe supersede the LLMs and all will bring in the betterments of uh, aviation's department in by using AI and natural language processing.
In fact, there are very few aspects of aviation like domains that can truly only use LLMs. You can. For example, in the maintenance group, you can read all the operating manuals and leverage the manuals to actually go use them for maintenance work. But if you're truly down to do flight planning or flight routing or trajectory management, air traffic control, cockpit automation, you can be using LLMs for that. You have to be writing code. You have to be able to apply statistical theory, probability models. You'll build models out in various kinds to anticipate the factors that affect flight. Trajectory management is one thing, fuel planning is another, operations research, industrial engineering concepts. All of these things will begin to play into a data set. You collect a lot of data, sensor data, and you go apply learning to it, build a model out, continuously iterate through it, revise the model as frequently as needed, refresh it, curate it, and then you have a model that works on a daily basis. LLMs will play a small role there. They don't really are not the end all for domains like aviation.
So we have autopilot mode in aeroplane.
Yep.
Okay, flight. Okay. That has been established before this word
AI.
artificial intelligence is being buzzed out.
Yep.
How you feel now the autopilot implementation of autopilot with the help of artificial intelligence? How it goes and what will be the
Perhaps little or nothing will change because the way we built autopilots in the past, so a century ago, we took rules and we programmed the rules in, correct? We found good human behavior and we modeled it into programmatic code, and that's what the autopilot does today. Tomorrow, you'll perhaps learn how well the machine is operating and find the most optimal path to it, allow itself to learn on its own without the human intervening and building the model. So heuristics won't play a role anymore. Unsupervised learning will take over. You'll learn from what is happening rather than you believing you can tell it better what you know should happen. That switch over is where AI will help. Fundamentally, I don't think from a flying standpoint you'll ever see anything different as you switch the autopilot on. It'll still do what it's doing, maybe more optimally, because you're allowing it to think on its own rather than you trying to tell it what it should do. But beyond that, what an autopilot will do tomorrow is not going to be different. How an autopilot is constructed may be different because you'll start using AI models for it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Appreciate it.